what y'all think. Everything that you say about me. My dog's like a play man in the 2K. But one thing they don't do is play about me. My homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. He told me this summer he gon' fix my jumper. I told Boy Wonder that we might got a thumper. I've been trying to pop, now I'm on like Shumper. Now they on my bumper. Green room chock full of all my comforts. Hotel room like heaven on earth. Got angels in my bed with some all white covers. Ace Pro Nemo, Lucy and Keys, Sloop Clay Tufo, and I got a few more I call my brothers. I got a lot of flows and they all like butter. Ooh, you know what that means. I came home nice, but I'm going back mean. I'm about to glow trot when they know a vaccine. Back lost, but they know exactly what's going on. Made a meal and I it on. I tell a critic shut up like my show is on. Gave a t-shirt to her, said throw it on. She want a mini high school classmates, I'm growing on. My peers ain't popping, they don't know what's going wrong. Y'all well dressed, but you ain't got soul and you just can't sew it on. I'm trying to tell y'all boys, I got a few songs I can sell y'all boys. I tried it back then, it was nah boy. Now I'm in a box like a color.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Downtown Detroit shining brightly tonight. What a look at the Motor City from just across the river. And a good Thursday evening to you. D8.
Thank you, Kevin.
I agree, David. Every word of it. Absolutely. Thank you. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the five for Doc Rivers right now. Paul George is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morant in at the one. And for the Pistons, Grant is out there with Hamidou Diallo. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at the two guard. For those teams, Greg, that had head coaching changes, how long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Cunningham passes to Grant. Diallo with it. Here is Cunningham. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. 5 on the clock. The three from Joseph. Paul George grabs the miss. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic. Even his teammates look a little stunned.
We played just over a minute here in the first. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
With the drive, they grab their own miss. Here's Cunningham. Randle with some nice D.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
For Detroit, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals. A slam dunk by Diallo.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Morant against Joseph. From deep, Iverson. Unable to get that one. Pistons have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Joseph, the pass to Cunningham. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Here's Morant. Nice form on the 20-footer. Morant's got 6 points.
Tough to shadow Morant. Explosive off the dribble, but at the same time, can stop on a dime.
And a wide-open look for Cunningham. Good on the triple.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
And you can see why Cunningham elicits comparisons to Luka Doncic. Can control the pace of the game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years.
And here is Grant after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Morant against Joseph. Back to Grant. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And also like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry it.
He can put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run 2 at him, he will immediately find the open man.
George, that's in, coming off an assist from Randall. He's got 5.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Diallo with it. Leonard's there.
A
floater. Diallo, no good. The 76ers leading by 4. Morant outside. Here he goes. And finished him.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
It takes a long time.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And one thing that separates Randall from other guys, his size. That spin move. He can do it off the drive, in the post, now going either direction.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Trey Lyles checked in for Grant. Bay comes in for Diallo. Jackson, he's checked in for Cunningham. And Rodney McGruder's subbed in for Joseph. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Simmons checked in for George. Brown comes in for Leonard. James Harden is checked in for Allen Iverson. And Lillard subbed in for John Morant. Now here's Jackson. Lock at 6. Over Randall. Misses off the left iron. And whirling around the floor, Greg, is there anyone Randall reminds you of?
I mean, there's different players, but Hakeem Olajuwon had an unbelievable spin move. Takes a lot of body control, especially for taller guys. But when you do it well, man, it is tough to stop.
And the Pistons with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. He's coming off an excellent season. 7th in steals, 12th in assists, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage. Able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover. Here's McGruder out to the right wing. Jackson passes to Stewart. Here's McGruder. Back to Stewart. An easy 2 points on the way.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And it's Lillard missing. Pistons trail by 6. 1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. McGruder kicks to Lyles. And another 3 for Detroit.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Lillard surveying the D. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Lillard's got his second basket of the night. Here's McGruder, covered by Lillard. Brown against Bay. Jackson in the corner. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch.
Now here's Brown. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. And it's Lillard again missing. And here's Bay. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage. Well, an incredible lead for Julius Randle shooting the ball.
It's really just all about
Wow, so interesting, isn't it, to hear that focal point for his shooting?
And people often focus on the windup or the release, but it all starts with that foundation in the lower body.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets. before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
We've got Trey Lyles, also Sadiq Bey out there. Josh Jackson out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Recruiter in at the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 5-point game. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
Not a close contest either the last time they got together. Everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Hey, gets the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Greg, you're a former player, and now the father of a young NBA star. What's it like to see the next generation of NBA talent move into the league?
Oh, it's an incredible feeling because we all feel like we're a part of this NBA family. And to see the stars we have today, the character they have, the way they approach the game, man, this is the best time ever to be an NBA fan.
Pistons trail by 7. Outside, Joseph. That's to Diallo. Back to Joseph. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Leonard. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And that one's good. Morant.
What a night for John Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Joseph dishes to Grant. And it's Cunningham, top of the key. Denied by Morant. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Despite their record, there is optimism around the Detroit Pistons. Killian Hayes said, "We have a fun team. We love seeing each other succeed. We've got a bright future." Coach Dwayne Casey says, "If we bring the same type of intensity, toughness each and every night, then good things will happen." Kevin, back to you.
Detroit tough. Good stuff, DA. Thanks. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
The 3 from Joseph. No good. Some solid defense from Brown.
And Kawhi, one of the top players in the league. The question for many is if he's in the top 3 or not.
I don't know, GA. I think it's pretty hard to name more than 3 players who are definitively better than Kawhi. I'll say this, he's an elite talent. Shows incredible vision for a younger player. Ja Morant's a skilled distributor.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They gotta be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The 76ers, number 1.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Here's Cunningham. Lays it up off the glass. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-7 run. Morant kicks to Iverson. Fires for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist on the night. Joseph against Morant. Passes it to Cunningham. Back to Joseph. Brown against Lyles. 6 on the shot clock. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Here's Morant. Leonard trying to break free, and he recovers it. Up top, Morant. He's covered by Joseph. Second chance shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point guard moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Stewart checked in for Trey Lyles. Bay comes in for Diallo. Josh Jackson's checked in for Cunningham. And Lonnie Magruder's subbed in for Joseph. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Julius Randle's checked in for Leonard. Ben Simmons comes in for George. James Harden's checked in for Iverson. And Lillard subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Paul George, he's checked in for Morant.
And Jackson certainly has a lot of explosiveness. One of those guys who really wears his heart on his sleeve and brings that energy level every night.
And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
It's George on the wing from deep. No good on that one. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 17. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there. And I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
Here's Grant. That's short off the rim.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers. He got into double digits. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. It was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
The work they put in on the glass has been the difference maker. Truly an all-hands-on-deck attack. Give them credit for being good. Rebounding is one of the stats that sometimes gets overlooked, but not tonight.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it out to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Where's he gonna be awake?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morant is out there with Iverson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Randle in at the center position. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Trying to get open is Randle, and that one's good. Morant's got 22.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
And he's fouled on the shot. It misses, so a couple of free throws here. Almost a chance for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
The 76ers leading by 22. It's Morant with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 24.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Joseph looking around. Shoots from 12. Connects, the jumper drops.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
A three from Morant. Rebound, Detroit.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half. That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And the 76ers call time here. Jaylen Brown checked in for George.
Looking now at the numbers for Julius Randle. Coming off a terrific season. He averaged about 24 points a game last year, 10 rebounds and 6 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Absolutely. Just when you think you've got a good flow going as a scorer, he'll come and shut your water off.
Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Joseph against Brown. Pass to Stewart. It's stolen by Brown. The drive by Iverson. Lays it up and banks it in. 7 points for Iverson.
And Iverson constantly driving to the basket, using that speed and athleticism to kind of will his way to the rim.
Now that he's attracting so much defensive attention, Greg, Brown is routinely getting others involved.
And how about his assist numbers have skyrocketed? And it's really not surprising. His sole focus is doing what's best for the team.
And it's blocked by Brown, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. And the Pistons making a change here. Miles checked in. Outside, Joseph. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
76ers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. He misses the free throw. Bays checked in for Joseph. That one misses. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. And it's Grant in the corner. There's the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
You know, very few scouts felt that Jeremy Grant would ever become this kind of three-point shooter.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. DA, thank you.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Jackson, he's checked in for Grant. And Rodney McGruder's subbed in for Cunningham. Then for the 76ers, Simmons checked in for Leonard. Harden comes in for Iverson. And Lillard subbed in for John Morant. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
And the 76ers making a change here. George is checked in.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
He gets it in there. Diallo's got his second basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Stolen by Jackson. To the inside. Bay. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Too many good looks from in close.
That's 250 pounds coming down on the rim. Randle attacking with ferocity.
Pistons trail by 16. Here's the lob to the hoop. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. From deep Harden. Bay pulls it in. Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Magruder kicks to Jackson. Back to Magruder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Diallo. No good on the 3. Philadelphia leading by 14. And Simmons slams it in.
What a beautiful look. Randall continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
Magruder passes to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Craig, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
Here's Magruder. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, George. Simmons finds Randall. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound. Kicks it out to Harden. And here's Simmons for 3. It's off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Philadelphia ahead, leading by 17. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Hamidou Diallo is out there with Bay. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Jackson at the shooting guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Pistons.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch, and he now often looks for his teammates first. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Chalk up 2 there.
In that mid-range area, Lillard is deadly as anybody. His mechanics and technique on that jumper, flawless.
And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
Going inside, that's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Jackson has the open look. And they'll get another chance. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
How about the attack mode mentality that Jackson possesses? You can see there, even on the mid-range, he is looking to be aggressive.
And the 76ers call time here. For Josh Jackson, Steve, the start to his NBA career might not have gone quite as he had imagined, but he persevered.
He did. He deserves a ton of credit for the way he went about his business. He spent time in the G League and never once complained about his situation. He worked his tail off, refined his game, and cemented his place in this league.
Pistons trail by 20 inside. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. They get to take on the Bulls.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Doubled by Iverson. Over to the wing. Here's Grant. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Pistons have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Down low. And it's Grant that time on the assist by Cunningham. Grant's got 4 points this quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And finished off by Morant.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Joseph, the pass to Bay. Outside, Joseph. The pass to Stewart. Bay against Leonard. Fires it up. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. The 76ers leading by 18. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
The Pistons have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. You excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the list goes on and on. And a lot of these youngsters carrying their teams to great heights. Impressive to watch.
The Pistons shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And it's Morant missing.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
He kicks to Cunningham. And he gets it to go.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Philadelphia leading by 18. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
.135 left in the fourth quarter. Driving the lane and finished off by Morant.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was
for Ja Morant.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Stewart finds Joseph. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Cunningham. Stewart misses.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And it goes down 2 points. Morant's got 46 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
To the paint, here's Cunningham, and the layup falls.
A jack of all trades, Jeremy Grant also has a strong feel for when his guys are uncovered.
It's Morant with the drive.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cunningham with it. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we're behind you. So
you all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying...
With the ignorance, the influence legitimate and learning never give it. They never getting it, I'm making it clear. Ace took focus as these jokers appeared. I've been celebrating, I already know what it's still. He stayed faced, no breaks, I'm just peeping the rear. And I've been living out of love, they living in their fear. I changed ways, I'm cruising but never changing the gears. They say that he back, actually I've been at it for years. Dreams the side view mirror, they closer than they appear. Just beware of the emperor, I play the game's vendor. He raps West Anderson, directing these beginners. Too illustrious, I lead a sucker fits to the pretenders. Made tenders as I played Simba. That's dinner. I remember when my shine was a little bit dimmer. Now it's bright in the light, I leave them blind from the shimmers. They trying to play the blinds, I leave them falling like timber.
I pretty much said my face. I need my face to be clear.
Okay, so your face over...
Designed to rise from Mr. Business, kids art dippers like shimmers. See the coldest vibe alive, and it's evident. I put the pride to the side, it's irrelevant. An angel like mine, no mine, heaven sent. And this the best it gets.
Up next, the Bulls taking on the 76ers. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You take a look at the 76ers, they love where they stand right now, first place. And of course, Chicago, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
Well, right now for the 76ers, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've got Ja Morant, Paul George out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Julius Randle. And for Chicago, Ball and Levine make up the backcourt. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Ersan Ilyasova. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Candace, what a sensation Ja Morant was when he came into the league. Even though he was the #2 pick behind Zion Williamson, he wasn't on everybody's radar.
And this just proves to the kids out there, go where you want to go. It doesn't matter if you're in a Power 5 or a small-time university. You know, you're going to be found, and the cream always rises to the top. With the quickness of Morant's first step, I just don't know how you stay in front of him.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Levine for 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Morant, jacks up a 3. And the 76ers another 3.
Nice range from Morant on that shot. I'd like to see him flex that muscle a little more often.
Ball passes to DeRozan. Step back and fire. And there it is for him.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Morant's got 7 points.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Well, Candace, this is now the second consecutive season that has not been a traditional offseason. Not quite as short of a recovery time as from the bubble, but still 3 months from the end to the beginning of the next season. That's not a lot of time to get it going again.
It's not a lot of time. You have guys that will learn from past years. You know, basketball now is a year-round sport. You're going to have to continue to take care of your body. That's your investment. That's the way that you get out there and play. So I think you're going to see more guys not necessarily taking complete time off, but still getting in the weight room and working on their bodies.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Here's Levine. It's blocked. Randall against DeRozan. Out to the right wing. Launches it. And the 76ers another 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Levine. Buries it down low. 10 points for him.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Shots good by Morant. And Candace, we've seen a lot of rules changed in basketball recently. What do you think's made the most difference?
I think the biggest difference, especially within the NBA and the WNBA, is the defensive 3 seconds. You know, it really speeds up the game. It's important to be able to, you know, continue to stretch the defense. You can't set your big in the lane. They have to come out. So I think that's made the biggest change in what we're seeing the game being played as today.
So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Bradley, he's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for Ilyasova. White, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Caruso in for Ball. The Bulls have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. White, the pass to DeRozan. Here's Bradley, defended by Lillard. Shoots from 12. Bradley misses. The Sixers leading. Pass to Randall. Lillard with the ball. Beyond the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Moving off the ball. Lillard spotting up. Knocking it down.
Here's Caruso. Checked by Randall. Outside White. He can't get that one to fall. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Well, Candace, you've won WNBA titles, college titles, gold medals. I could go on and on. Is there a championship that you cherish the most?
The WNBA championship for me is the best of the best. I think that was the championship that took the longest to get, and that was the hardest. And, you know, I think because of that, I appreciate it that much more.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You're looking at the best in free throw shooting last year in the NBA. Second, Damian Lillard.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
Hits both from the stripe. Philadelphia with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Over to the wing. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Caruso grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The baseline J is on the way. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
8th in assists, 9th in shooting percentage. And when it came to rebounding, they were in the top half of the league. They refused to...
And coach is sure it should be going the other way. He's challenging the out-of-bounds violation.
This call is all about viewing perspective. A lot of times a coach may have a better view of this call than the official. It's really just a matter of where the action takes place on the court.
Hey, when you're on the bench and see what looks like an obvious mistake on this call, you almost have to challenge. No matter when it comes in the game, you don't want to surrender any possessions. And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
Give them a hand, your Lovables dance team.
Chicago's gone 2 for 2 from deep to start this one. Here's Caruso, pounded by Morant, and stolen by Leonard. Outside Morant. Shoots over White. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Bulls have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Green missing.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
In transition, here they come. And it's good. 2 points. Leonard's got 5 now.
This has always been a strength for Leonard, finishing off contact.
On the wing, DeRozan with 1 on the clock. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. All right, stick around.
Being recognized, but giving your time, but also making other people's job easier. I take a lot of pride in that. The same way I take pride in my teammates doing well.
Tremendous character for Lillard.
So true. I mean, whether it's a big win or a tough loss, he'll stand and face the music.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
We've got Kobe White. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Green. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Bradley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Well, we know Morant plays with supreme confidence, but tonight, his scoring has been on another level.
Chicago trailing here. Well, Candace, you're one of the most prolific scorers in league history. Someone has to get you the ball, though. What do you like in a point guard?
I love a point guard that is in control of the game, that knows when to push, knows when to get back, and knows the position that players like the ball in. The point guards that have been the best that I've played with at the beginning of the season have asked me, where do you want the ball? And when you ask those questions, you get solid answers, and it makes the team better.
Oh, I'm honored to be your TV point guard, Candace.
Man, you throw no looks, and they're so... Man, I'm ready, BA. I'm ready to catch those no looks.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Zach LaVine with his first All-Star selection in 2021, and then the Bulls added a second All-Star, Nikola Vucevic, at the trade deadline. LaVine said, "We got another big-time player here. Guys, with this combination, they have a chance to be special."
Well, they're putting some pieces together, Allie. Thanks for that. Chicago calls timeout.
There's just a lot of wide-open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
A big group substitution here for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Bradley. Ilyasova comes in for Green. LaVine, he's checked in for White. And it's Ball in for Caruso. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Well, Candace, the Bulls have churned through over a dozen head coaches since the Zen Master left. But they feel they now have the right fit with Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan, obviously a coach that's come from college, transitioned into the NBA seamlessly, and he did that because he understands how to communicate with young stars. And that's what the Chicago Bulls have, and that's what they're trying to build.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And it's Ball off the drive. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Pass to DeRozan. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, I look at DeRozan, one of the things I like most about his game is that he really employs the mid-range shot. And it's a lost art for most other players.
3 points. Well, Candace, this is a question I'm sure you've heard before, but growing up, was there a player or players who you patterned your game after?
Well, honestly, I was the biggest Allen Iverson fan. So I was the center that was going out in the game, trying to do passes like AI, trying to dribble and get that crossover. So I really loved watching AI growing up. And C. Webb was another player. I loved his versatility. I loved his ability to get to the basket. So I'd say it's those two.
Nice. Back to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And this is where Levine continues to improve. His awareness of everyone around him.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Timeout for the 76ers.
And the 76ers will have a different look here. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from outside the arc here in the second quarter. Outside for Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
And if you're a fan of Morant, or even if you're not, you have to appreciate that. We're witnessing greatness.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Candace, the WNBA has just reached its 25th anniversary. You've been a big part of the league for a lot of that time. What changes have you noticed through the years?
Well, the league has definitely grown. It's 25 years, and I like to say 25 years young. I think we have a whole lot more upside. The style of play is changing, and it's definitely benefiting watching and being entertainment. So I think that we need to continue to grow our game, maybe a couple expansion teams, bigger rosters, so that more talented players can make the WNBA.
Going second overall in 2019, Ja Morant looks like a franchise cornerstone, carrying Memphis to a play-in game as a rookie.
Harden against Ball. Pass to Vucevic. And he banks in the layup.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Morant into the lane. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Kicks it to DeRozan. Back to Ball. Tries yet again. That shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when you're in a groove offensively. They were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
All right, thanks to our special guest, Candace Parker. Candace, we're glad you could drop by and share your takes with us.
Anytime, VA, anytime.
He takes it in. And the dunk by Levine.
Yeah, with each passing season, Levine has grown into a larger role as an offensive player. And this is another huge night for him.
And here's Brown for three. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's DeRozan. That one no good. Brown with some nice D. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
You know, Ben Simmons can make spectacular passes, but he doesn't need to be flashy. He's all about helping his teammates get easy baskets.
Here's Levine. And Levine, throw it down.
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Morant against Ball. Morant, no good. The Bulls have gotten 7 of 15 shots here in the second quarter. Levine passes to Ball. Back to Levine. Fires from deep. And Ball with the basket on the assist by Levine. Levine's got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's Lillard. Oh, and Levine with a block. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Cousin. Love you, cousin.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Doc Rivers and Coach. You guys came out aggressive in the first half. What stood out to you?
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Still sleeping in bed.
Hey, welcome back. The first half, mercifully, it was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He had 23 points, 5 assists, and...
He makes breakfast.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Paul George out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Ja Morant. They double-team Levine. Pass to Vucevic. From downtown. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight. And in the league today, we've got some all-time greats playing out on the wing. But who do you think the best wing in the NBA is right now, Grant?
Oh, boy, you're trying to get me in trouble. That's a tough one. I mean, you have LeBron, you have Giannis, you have Kawhi, KD. All of them are elite. All of them are champions. So if I had to choose, I guess I'll go with I don't know. They're just all great.
And AI, Allen Iverson, does more than just shoot the ball. He also has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
DeRozan passes to Ball. Here's the 3. Pure from three-point range. Ball's got 8.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustments here.
Pass to Iverson. Lets it go from deep. DeRozan with the rebound.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Here's Levine for 3. Paul George pulls it in. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Iverson. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
On the wing, Levine. And Levine, throw it down.
Levine, one of the very best high flyers in the league, showing you the elevation right there.
And Philadelphia calls time here for a player who came into the league with as much fanfare as Lonzo Ball. It wasn't the smoothest start, Grant. He dealt with a lot of injuries and adversity.
And B.A., that makes the NBA learning curve that much steeper. Lonzo deserves a lot of credit for how he was able to stay grounded and stay focused. He tuned out the noise and kept developing his game.
Bradley, he's checked in for Chicago. Green comes in for Ilyasova. Harden against Ball. Outside for Green. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
A pass-first point guard, Lonzo Ball is very consistent and looking to get his teammates involved.
Here's Iverson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul. Shooting for
and that one misses.
I don't know if we've seen a tougher player pound for pound than Allen Iverson. I mean, you can knock him around, but he's always going to bounce back up.
And the Bulls making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Philadelphia's going 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. And he drives in.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
And Chicago has possession. Now here's Green. Pass to Caruso. Back to Bradley. And the layup is good off the glass. Bradley's got his first 2 points of the night.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Ryan. Historically, a few franchises have gobbled up most of the NBA championships. A significant number of teams have never won a title, though. However, we're in an interesting time. A lot of those franchises are looking for their first title. They're among the top teams now. And guys, they're hoping to get on the board.
Ooh, yes. Very interesting, Alec. Thanks for that. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up.
At the line for the 76ers, Allen Iverson. At the line for one.
And the free throw, no good. And Grant, in 2015, you became part owner of the Atlanta Hawks. How pleased were you to see their performance in last year's playoffs?
Well, it was incredible. So much fun to see this team come together, rally, and have an incredible run in this past postseason. Now, as a broadcaster, you don't want to have a rooting interest, but I'll confess, it was definitely special to see.
And Iverson is a battler. Despite his size, this guy is sensational at playing through contact and scoring.
Bradley. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
George for three. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got his fourth assist in this one.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Here's Iverson. No good with the triple.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Here's Levine. And no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them.
That hoop is what makes Kawhi so lethal. I mean, you have to respect the outside shot, but he can also take it right to the basket.
Timeout called, the Bulls.
And everyone knows what an elite defender Kawhi Leonard is. I mean, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he can still shape games with his defense.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Ilyasova comes in for Green. White on the wing, defended by Harden.
Man, you know it didn't work.
Vucevic in the post. And the officials call a traveling violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send-back.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Or the ability to knife inside and convert. Lillard is fearless when it comes to attacking the basket.
Chicago has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. They double-team Levine. Here's Caruso. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Levine's got 5 assists tonight. George against Vucevic. George's shot is good. George has got 8 here in this quarter.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Caruso. George defending. Here's Vucevic. Philadelphia grabs the miss. George has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Boy, Hart's got such a tremendous feel for the game and sees the whole court. He's a really slick creator.
Pass to Vucevic. Inside. And the jam by Ilyasova.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Here's Lillard. And he drops it in from the low post. Lillard's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
This shows how tough Lillard is. Welcomes the contact and pushes his way past it.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Derek Jones is out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Alize Johnson. Then there's DeSumo. And it's White in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Johnson against George. Outside Simmons. Lillard up top. And there's the drive. And that one drops.
Yeah, it's not easy to try to knock Lillard off his equilibrium. So talented at scoring on the drive.
White for 3. Here's Johnson. Yep, that one's good.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Philadelphia dictating the flow. Outside Simmons. Smart for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. On the wing, Jones. Simmons defending. Outside Jones. White on the wing. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
The 76ers shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Oh, he picked him clean. Pass to DeSumo. That shot missing. Smart with the defensive effort. George against Johnson. And George with the basket on the assist from Smart.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
White with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Here's Lillard. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Things started to click for him in the second half. You can tell the focus and the intent is all there.
White, the pass to Williams. Rejected by Brown. Pass to Smart. Oh, from deep. It doesn't go for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Outside White. To the inside. Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's Lillard. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
White for 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. George has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Over to the left wing. Releases. Kicks it out to Smart. Pass to Lillard. From behind the arc. Jones grabs the board.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Here's DeSumo. To the middle. Williams misses. For Philadelphia, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And the dunk by Lillard.
George's all-around game is very impressive, and his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
Pass to White. Softly drops in the floater.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Left side Simmons. Brown against Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
Pass to Williams. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Driving in. And the basket by Dosunmu. Dosunmu's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the 76ers.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did. And at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ja Morant.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight. Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Now Johnson. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Lillard against White. Lillard passes to Simmons. Over Jones. And too long on the shot. Lillard against White. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Bulls ball. At the line for Chicago.
And the technical free throw is good.
The floor for the 76ers.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this win up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill.